and the lack of instant catch and disable from 123 make it like there's no blink hex, right? The only maybe you go hex on Muerta or something, but like, what stuns do you have to prevent the Morphling from strength shifting before they get a shard, right? Like, in my opinion, if a Morphling doesn't need to buy a shard, it's probably a free Morphling game because you don't need to buy a shard. You know what I mean? Like 1400 gold on a Morphling is a lot of farming time.
I'd get ready if I were you.
And Morphling is one of those heroes that really struggles in lane, so if you have a lane dominating position 5 like a Bane, for example, um, your game is so free, right? Like these greedier position 1s, you can get away with from facilitating the lane through your 5. Smoke play from 123. Okay. What are some good things about 123's draft? Juggernaut kills anyone that's not Morphling. They have insane burst damage. So if they do catch the Morphling early on, with a stun, somehow, like an Ice Path or something, they will kill the Morphling basically instantly. You have a natural Shiva's Guard builder in the Leshrac. You can build a vessel on Huerta or something. I guess Ember Spirit can also build one because this is the 3. Ken will get spotted. The ward is available, and there, Fortune Soul walks forward. Field Crash comes down, but this is the guy with the spin. Acorn Shot does too much damage for its own good. And everybody moves on with their lives. Perfect. Okay, Panda. Didn't have the most stable of games in game 1. A lot of spears were missed. Fortune Soul getting bullied by both supports before he even walks into lane. Doesn't have any extra regen. Has to eat it from Tammy Baby. But this is a lot of damage that you're doing to the hero economically. There you go. I wasn't gonna say mechanically. It doesn't make any sense. Economic damage to this lane. But Tammy Baby has straight up 2 sets of tangos. Acorn Shot's not gonna bounce correctly, but that's okay because Rapido's only going with the shield crash to do damage to the Juggernaut. No spin was committed, so you probably could have made a case to use it. No, never mind. It's all physical damage from the shield crash. Okay, well, you know what? Fortune Soul, you're better than me. I'll say it. I'll say it. I know, how brave of me. This mid matchup is not good for Shadow Fiend because in a matchup where you want to control space, Leshrac is probably the single best hero at punishing space controlling heroes with Diabolic Edict. As long as you're within range of Edict, it doesn't matter. And Ken is, you can see Ken hasn't done anything with the raises until level 3. Now that level 3 is available for Ken, level 2 raises will do way more damage. It's like basically double damage. So your mana is twice as valuable. First Blood goes top. Tammy Baby got picked apart. Healing Ward wasn't able to keep them alive. This Pangolier build-up is just straight up as stats. Yes, please. You probably won't be able to kill or catch that. Oh. Okay, well, Ken just dove the tower and got the kill. Very cool. Shadow Fiend hero. Very pog. Smile. Actually, really surprised that happened. I thought that the SF was better than Lesh, and as a hero in mid. Maybe, I guess not. You know what? You learn something. I'm not a mid player, so you know you learn something new every day. But I get maybe it's because Carstensz only has 1 point in Diabolic Edict. I'm missing every single kill on the map. It's ridiculous how many kills I'm missing right now. DP away. I didn't get. Okay, so if it's on my screen, it doesn't happen. It's not a kill. I'm gonna have to look away from team fights. Fortune Soul's Juggernaut set is also sick. Healing Ward for hard lanes. I think they have to nerf Healing Ward somehow. I think Healing Ward is the really big problem in Juggernaut. If they made Healing Ward like a tether, like art, what is it? Anchor? Probably feel a lot better. Deadshot's not gonna hit, and there's Ken walking in, getting the gap closed there. Right clicks are coming in. Lesh is turning around. There is a silence. I mean, they will get the Acorn shot down. As Ken turns around with the last couple of raises, will end up falling, but got the kill under Carstensz before their own demise. And this mid, I mean, mid is just not. Neither mid is having a good time at this point. Yeah, level 4 on Leshrac, level 5 on Shadow Fiend. Ken is probably having the best time here. It's kind of weird because Carstensz wanted this matchup. He last picked a Lesh into the Shadow Fiend. I guess he didn't want to lane the Ember into it, which would have been worse, but I feel like you could have given your offlaner a better lane. I guess you didn't know what they were going to pick. The Morphling wasn't showing at the time. Really hard game for both teams here. Amy Baby getting dove a little bit. There's going to be the rotation from Bisque as well, but I don't think the stud shot's going to do anything to stop the retreat from Rapido, who does have that level 2 shield crash available. This creep wave would be level 3. Oh, they missed both spells. Okay, so they're literally down spells, and now Drake is like, okay, well, you know, see you later, alligator. I'm out of here. A complete whiff. And that's just gonna set up the Nightmare into the Requiem. Okay, well, you know what? This is gross. This is disgusting. This is illegal. Wow. Okay. Well, I forgot about that combo. Yeah, Shadow Fiend's out of control. Shadow Fiend is out of control. What are you building? You're just gonna go, are you gonna go Blink, or are you gonna go... He's got treads. I guess my question is, if you're SF in this position, do you go for the Yashikaya when you have the Nightmare setup, or do you go for, like, Blink, or... The bigger problem, like, the biggest problem in all of this is the fact that Ray is, like, literally free farming. I don't know what an Ember Spirit does to pressure a Morphling. Besides nothing. Because the answer is nothing. You just strength shift. And you're fine. And they're still gonna chase him. But again, there's just nothing doing. And with the Morbid Mask finished now, Morphling will have infinite sustain. and be mostly edgy shifted. Kind of just waiting for something to happen. Okay, the amplified damage rune was denied by Bisque. Very cool. Acorn shot comes down, but it's gonna get denied and walks over, but they are just going to let the Bane go. Up top, they find another kill. Fortune Soul pops Omni Slash. Okay. Okay. Nice play. We're gonna try to invade the enemy triangle here, but there's only stacks on the Ancient, so...
Bottom tower is under siege.
Only gonna take the hard camp here. This is like very simple stuff coming out here for 123. Small invasion. Nothing too fancy. Warfling's at the top of the net worth. $60 CS. So, 80 CS is a really good game at 10 minutes. You have 80 CS at 10 minutes as a carry, you're having a free game, and you probably should win, to be honest. 68 CS on a Morphling is criminally high. This is way too much. And the thing is, when you get this Manta style or staff, interesting, okay, but you know, when the Vlad's is finished now, so you basically are like full edgy farming whatever you want. Smoke rotation over, gets the pick off onto the Bane. And is just waiting to get this Yashakaya farming in the triangle. 123 are taking up a lot of map right now. They also have the catapult wave in mid. 123 making a pretty aggressive push to just kill this tower. No Battle Fury for the Jug. Finn gets committed. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. But the healing ward is, I believe, level 2 at this point. Yeah. Roll, pump faked, hoodwink, picked off. Tango will get away. As the Morphling continues to push bottom. Solo, however, they are going to rotate people over. They have the chains and the finished Spirit Vessel. Morphling did not expect that. Brown boots Spirit Vessel, but they did kill the tower at the very least. They're also going to lose middle tower. I mean, if you take this middle tower, it's definitely not worth it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This middle tower is so important for 123's not just lineup, but game plan of like making these aggressive moves towards the side lane. They will come in and protect the tower a little bit too late, in my opinion, but there will be a battle for the rune. And gives it up. It's actually bottom. It's going to be a shield rune. And a will secure for the Leshrac. Ivory making more moves than their opponents to get these runes, even bringing over the offlaner, showing you how important they feel this rune battle was in the last matchup and how they didn't get it in the way they wanted to. Yasha for Ray is finished up as well. I don't know what the build up. Okay, so Juggernaut does have a Battle Fury, so Fortune Soul is just AFK farming. Looks like they found Morphling pretty easily. That deep rotation. No, the Morphling didn't farm the triangle. I know they're giving the triangle over to Ken, but I feel like Ken at some point has to like leverage the fact that he has a 13-minute, sorry, 12-minute, I want to be accurate, 12-minute Yashakaya. They have roll, they have Requiem, they can defend these towers and objectives, but they opt not to. Instead, they've lost their tier 1 mid, they've lost their tier 1 bottom, and 1, 2, 3 are actually like playing the map really well right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Root set up on the Ember Spirit. Nice kill! Woo!
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Shrine Invasion is good too. They have their own Wisdom Shrine that they're probably going to have to take at some point. That's a mean spot for an Observer Ward. I don't know if I'd put an Observer Ward in the camp specifically though. Because now you've given it away. That, like, you basically have to rotate your heroes over to kill Ray now in order to protect that ward and not suspect that there's anything else going on. Maybe they were planning on staying longer in that area. We'll be able to find Rapido up top. Curiositina's made a really nice recovery in this game. I mean, definitely struggled really early on, but the fact that Ken has just been AFK free farming, I wouldn't say free farming, he's been AFK. Looking to get that blink up next. Smoke will pop. I mean, they must know that the Morphling's gonna get caught here. So they're setting up for it. He on the side. Ready and available. Silence will come in so they don't actually get the initiation they want to. Morphling, wait for him away, but everybody comes in. They knew the kind of play that was going to happen. Nightmare down on top of the Ember Spirit. Bushwhack will follow. Oh my gosh, did Panda straight up cut that tree? What happened? I think, did the Sleight of Fist... The Sleight of Fist... You shouldn't have been able to Sleight of Fist that, though. I'm not sure what happened. There is a defusal finished on the Pango. Roll will be committed as well, but that... Oh my gosh, I can't believe he lived. Ken, waiting in the wings. They have the Panda. Wait, no, they don't have Panda. It's just the Morphling walking up here as well. Tammy Baby stuck into two. Omni Slash is fully committed as Juggernaut comes to join the party. Spin, turn around, Nightmare trying to save the Shadow Fiend, but... A nice Omni Slash at the end gets the pick off onto the Morphling. This game's even Steven. So there is that. I'm just not a fan. I really don't like how Ken has played this early game. This like post-laning stage, the way Ken has... Ken, when he was playing Puck, played more aggressively. You know, he was pushing the limits. He was finding kills. As this SF, he's been taking more of a laid-back approach, farming up a timing. Very Spirit-like. Team Spirit typically do this, where they just get items on their heroes and they bleed kills and they don't care, and then once they hit their timings, they go. It doesn't scream like the Ivory kind of play that I'd like to see from them. I'd just like to see them kind of dominate. A lot of these team fights. I am all... Let's take a look at the items here, actually, before I move on to my thought. Use a blade, Lotus Orb. Yeah, diffuse a Lotus for Rapido. The Drick, maybe also going for Lotus? Okay, interesting. The double Lotus Sphere against the Juggernaut. And the Ember Spirit. Okay. Decent. Decent. Purges against the Jakiro as well. Seems okay. I mean, it's not my... It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Just keeping it loose.
There's no way you catch Panda out like this. Panda's also done a pretty good job of recovering, considering the kind of game that Panda's had.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Isk. Will Deadshot Hoodwink in with the blanket for Crucitina. That's going to be a freebie.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Not that I care one bit.
But they're currently going for Roshan right now. With the Morphling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
They should be able to get this. We'll see what they do after. But there's a tier 1 tower in exchange for a Roshan. It feels like a fair trade. Ish.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Fortune Soul meant the style.
Radiant's
Cracks
top
the tier
tower-
1 tower wide open.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fortune Soul is a carry that has the potential to overcome game states like this. Tormentor also taken for 1-2-3. So, I mean, 1-2-3 just made a very strong moves. Taking the Tormentor, taking the top tier 1 tower, and then also building up and farming the map. Even though they lost the Aegis of Immortality, it is on a Morphling that's been struggling pretty heavily in this game so far. Not really building damage on the hero, only survivability, and I would question whether that's the correct decision or not, because massive physical damage in this game is going to be the way that you get a lot of these kills. Not against the Muerta, but against everybody else. Juggernaut is a hero that can struggle against it. I mean, he's going to get the butterfly, so, you know, will mitigate a lot of that right-click damage. Means grip in mid. Honestly, could have just nightmared it, to be honest. I don't think there's a force staff. No, there's just a Bavis on the Jakiro, but he wanted to go for the play, secure the kill. This is one of those game states that's very even, right? You take a look at the gold, and you say, okay, well, you know, Ivory have a lead, but the win probability is in the favor of 1-2-3 by a lot. I don't think I agree with that assessment. I think this game is pretty much 50-50. I know Juggernaut has not died yet, and Leshrac has really come back. Has a BKB available as well.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Bane. eating a smoke gank.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
The Lotus Orb on the Hoodwink is a pretty big power spike. Lotus Orb on the Pango, also another pretty big power spike. Not in terms of damage, but in terms of what you're able to achieve in terms of survivability. The Deadshot comes through onto the Shadow Fiend with that BKB available. Goodbye, Muerta. Panda doesn't fall to the Ken. Yashakaya did not have level 18 for that. Level 18 probably gets the kill there. But again, at one point I ask you, my friend Ken, when do you stop farming? Maybe Ivory are thinking to themselves, hey, the longer this game goes, the better it is for us. We have a friggin' Morphling.
But you probably already knew that. Radiant's bottom tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower is
Manta dodging the power shot. Morphling does want to give up the Sages, but doesn't want to do it for free. Would probably like a kill or a tower or something. It doesn't pick it up. Instead, we'll just, you know, go back. He got some chip damage on the tier 2 tower. I think more importantly, this Aegis slowed the game down. 1-2-3 likely would have gone for a push to take this as their next objective after the Tormentor and the tier, or after the tier 1 tower. I honestly find that the Tormentor is way deadlier than Roshan is. I feel like the pit, the Rosh pit needs to be reinvented. The physical place where you fight the Roshan. Imagine if the Rosh pit was this area here. And like Roshan had a bunch of abilities and stuff you had to dodge in the pit while you were fighting and all this stuff. Same thing with down here. Like imagine if it was this. You know what I mean? Like it was embedded in the river somehow. That'd be pretty cool. But right now it's just a duty hit over. It's just a duty. It's old design. That still stands to today, but he could use a facelift. He hasn't really been changed over the course of his life. I mean, he walks through between stuff and he throws people, and that's cool.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower has been destroyed.
Nightmare? Baiting everybody back. They were worried about a Blank Requiem play from Ken, but believe me, the guy is not going to cast another spell on another hero until he has Aghanim set there. I'm just wondering, like, is a 6-slotted SF gonna carry this game? Maybe. A 6-slotted Morphling will carry any game, but so will a 6-slotted Juggernaut, to be fair. The Juggernaut at this point is very strong. We'll see what the Juggernaut wants to go for in terms of itemization next. Blank Swift Slash, maybe? Kind of the idea that I was thinking about. For those wondering what the casual Windlace is, believe me, you do a lot of walking around on this as this hero. Extra movement speed goes a long way. $2,800 gold. The Scotty is done. Find the Morphling. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. There's a smoke plate. I think they pinged out the edict though. Will they kill Rapido's courier? No, they will not. They've pinged out something. Something happened. I think Ivory figured out. Ivory are too good of a team to lose to a smoke play like that. You know what I mean? This is just team. This is team excellence coming into play on that specific event. You might have thought that nothing happened, but for Ivory, everything happened. Now 1-2-3 are forced to relinquish all that map control that they just maneuvered themselves into, and Ivory are able to put the pressure on now. Bisque, caught. They also have the Nightmare down on top of the Jakiro. Remember all of that maneuvering that 1-2-3 just did to get map presence and control and advantage? Well, now both your supports died. And you might lose a tier 3 tower. Like, this is what Ivory does best. They pressure, they pull, they push, they wait, you make a mistake, and then they capitalize on it. Now, they won't get the tier 3 tower, but what they do is they chip it down to about half, and they go right back into the pit, right? This is the part of the equation that's so awful to deal with. And yeah, Teehee is on this right-hand side here getting caught out. Will be found, but gave up an Aegis for it. I mean, they'll definitely take an Aegis over a Bane death for sure. And you can't. There's only so many times you can give up an Aegis before it starts actually becoming a problem, and the enemy team starts leveraging it to their advantage. Now, Morphling is very strong right now, but does not have the most amount of damage. Going for Butterfly next, no MKB, no. So if you're the Juggernaut, you'll be able to mitigate a lot of that damage. Blink forward, Ken forced to pop the BKB. Requiem is coming out as well. This is the Aghanim Scepter, so we'll come back with a full heal. TP out is good as well. BKB's committed on multiple heroes. 9-second BKB, 9-second BKB. I will say though, at some point,
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
at some point this game is going to crack wide open.
Courier has fallen.
And Ivory have barely maintained this 4,000 gold lead. It will be Rapido that gets caught here. Stun? They turn around the damage on top of this Juggernaut. Hold on a minute. Ray, Manta style. Healing ward is down as well. Can't get away, but he doesn't need to. Rapido gets the pick off there. Blink forward as well. Rapido, with the full force of his team behind him, wants to keep going. The spin from Ray will
Middle tower is
be good enough.
Let me put
Blink
you
forward
down.
once again.
Penetrate your weakest spot.
Rapido will get caught back, but there's the fear now on top of the Morphling. Can't turn into Muerta, but oh my gosh, what the heck am I looking at right now? Forward, Manta style, going in, dodge the dead shot. Ray in the middle behind everybody. Rapido's coming over for a little bit of assistance. They won't be able to get the kill there, but Karisatina, maybe the next one that's stuck. Nice dodge of the sharpshooter.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Bad news for you fans
Morphling walks back. I feel like you didn't have to dive that deep for support kills. You probably could have just taken a lane of racks. Remember when an Oracle once said this game was about to get ripped open? Well, here it begins. There's a wave in mid. Morphling. Wave forming up to the high ground. No time left on Juggernaut respawn. Morphling will go for that BKB next item. Fortune Soul gonna get that Satanic. Or sorry, Scotty next. No blink. Probably fair. There's also no Aegis. Smoke play up onto the high ground. They're going to be able to find the Morphling, get the Hex down as well, but the invisibility is there, and the Lotus Orb keeping that Omni Slash good. Ray pops the BKB, wait for him forward, finds a kill, he's going to get another. You can't stop this Morphling, especially when they turn into Muerta. Turning around, this Juggernaut's not too much long for this world. They will get the root down on top of the Morphling, but with that TP out, it's going to be all that is written down as Panda needs to deal with this Morphling somehow. Goes all the way back, right into the hands of Ken. Pops the Requiem of Souls, and 123 just can't seem to win a team fight to save their life in this series. It feels like constantly Ivory are one step ahead of 123 in terms of their team fight execution, their anticipation, their movements. They get the blink, they get the Hex on the Morphling. But when the Morphling doesn't die, it only has 200 HP. It's not good enough. Can't kill him. And Morphling will be able to take a lane of racks. Maybe. They got the ranged. They're going for the mid. Okay, they're definitely getting more than one lane of racks. Refresher on the SF, probably a fresh purchase. You're now looking at the buyback status of this game on the left-hand side of your screen.
Dire's middle barracks has been destroyed.
As one at a time, 1, 2, 3 lose their base. They might want to go for a cheeky play on the backline. They are going to be able to find Ken here. The BKB is not going to be able to come out in time. It was a beautiful play, getting up on the high ground. There's no buybacks here, but oh my goodness, this is not your Morphling. This is not your Muerta. It's an imposter. No Fiend's Grip, no problem. An ultra kill for this Morphling. I would be surprised if good game is not called here soon. A buyback from the Jakiro. Buyback from Ken. They're looking to end it all right now. Buyback on the Muerta as well. The only person that has a buyback left is Fortune Soul. This is a very difficult situation to be in. Your Ancient is about to be exposed. Juggernaut does not have a quick wave go. He does. Blink Dagger available on the Juggernaut. Waiting. You know which one the real one is. He wants to go for it. He wants to go in. He commits, but the Lotus Orb is there in time. On the full duration Omni Slash. Fortune Soul on the back gets hexed up. Fiend's Grip is there. That's going to be game. GG is called, and a clean game for Ivory here. This early game, very long, very prolonged.